Hi, I'm Rebecca Ramirez, and this is week three's group class discussion. The question posed to us: what is developmentally appropriate practice, or what it means to me as a teacher? And as we refer to it in school, DAP. What does DAP mean to me? Well, developmentally appropriate practices to me would mean that we are ensuring that all of the students at each individual level, their needs are met. And that could be the motor skill needs, their cognitive, my throat, all needs that they would have, social, emotional, are met in the classroom. And I give you just a simple example of making sure that you're meeting needs and you're developmentally appropriate. I know that, for example, I have several students in my class that can use scissors pretty proficiently, and I know I still have some that are getting that skill together, but haven't yet mastered it. So I also have Play-Doh and Play-Doh scissors, and I also have blunt scissors that they can practice even cutting paper, and I would give them some help, some little bit rearranging their position on the scissor. And again, I also have the Play-Doh for them, so there's quite a few different ways to master that skill. But it's prepared. The activities are there prepared for us, any student who would like to use them. So that's just it's kind of a small and simple example of what that means. Another question here was ages and stages, how to support small groups with varied abilities for infants and toddlers. Well, I liked in our lecture slides, he said on the fourth slide, that depends. And it depends on the varied abilities of the children, and you're going to need different supports. You're going to need different strategies. So it doesn't look any one way. Again, it goes with the developmentally appropriate practices. What are those milestones that your students are at in your class? And when you have all of that information together, then you can start really painting a picture that's going to look different than the class next door with the same age of students. Because again, as he said, it depends. And our third question is 3 strategies that I have personally found effective in fostering attachment. And I first want to just mention that while I was reading why attachment is important, and that was an attachment of what works, page 4, it really went into depth and talked about all of the reasons it's so important to foster attachment. And a few of those are the important reasons are they will be able to interact as adults and communicate effectively and negotiate and cooperate, and this will impact them when they become parents. So I always, it's something I always think about, a lot of times we don't get to see the amazing things that we're teaching the children. Those fruits are later in life, but we sure did plant those seeds. And I really appreciated the things that were written there in the why attachment is important link that was provided for us. Well, some of the 3 strategies that I found effective in fostering attachment is one that we've been talking about is being responsive. And when you're responsive to their needs, they know that they can trust you and come to you, and that itself is really building and fostering that attachment. The other is actually just speaking in a kind voice and being encouraging. It's, it's important for children to, it's important for all of us, but really, as their brains are developing, to hear those encouraging things, and to hear you kind of talking out their day, and all of the things that they're doing. They're really accomplishments, and as we're going through learning this week, they're really meeting so many milestones. So it's great to talk about them with the children, and just say, you're not saying, oh, you just reached a milestone, but you're saying, that's great. You can, you reached for the block and you grabbed it. That's wonderful. And, it's self-esteem building. It really is. It's wonderful to see the children, really respond. And the third one is, in fostering attachments. I'm so sorry, I lost my place here. The third one is being there and making sure that you are consistently there. It's they want to make sure that you're a consistent person in their life, just as anyone would want to make sure you're a consistent person in their life. And being to work every day, barring when you really can't. But it doesn't matter that you're there every day, and it does matter that you stick with the class and finish the class out until they move on to their next one. That consistency is really important as well in fostering that attachment. So, all right, that's about it for this evening. Thank you so much.